Up next is Kick-Ass 2.
Wait.
What?
What? Say it again?
Kick-Ass.
Well, what's that noise that keeps happening? I hear kick and I heard 2. What's the noise in between? Yeah, but I don't hear. I hear like a bleep or something. Are you saying the whole title?
Yes. You don't hear it? Kick-Ass.
All I hear is kick and beat.
Ready to go again?
What do you want me to do?
Hit me.
You're a 15-year-old girl. Oh. What the hell?
Oh, God. Oh, take your tampon out, Dave.
They may wear costumes, but it isn't Halloween. They're real-life superheroes.
Me and Hit Girl were training every day. There were more and more people joining us every night.
Colonel Stars and Stripes reporting for duty. And try to have fun. Otherwise, what's the point?
A world full of superheroes, huh? Where do they get a load of me? I am gonna make Kick-Ass pay for what he did to my dad. I'm building an evil army.
Who is this guy?
So I'm gonna be the world's first real supervillain.
We're putting an end to this costume freak. If they're wearing a mask, they're getting detained.
Promise me that you will never dress up in that outfit again.
My daddy made me promise I'd never stop defending this city.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
We gotta make this right. The anticipation's killing me.
What's the birdie?
There's no room for punks and suits. Just real heroes who can really keep.
Who the hell are you? We're the good guys. They're the dead guys. Franz, wieder. Oh, Jesus! Yeah, there's a dog on your back.
So that was Kick-Ass, starring...
2.
Yeah, Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Dos. Starring Aaron Taylor Johnson of Anna Karenina. Yeah. And coming up and playing Quicksilver in the new Avengers movie.
You know, he's also going to be in Godzilla.
Oh, yes, Godzilla, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Actually, I
Gareth
had that written down
Edwards.
somewhere. I don't know why I forgot about it. And also, this movie returns with Chloe Grace Moretz, who was in Hugo, the Scorsese film.
Such a great movie.
Such a great film. And she's going to be the new Carrie in Carrie.
Which actually looks really good.
I know. Like one of those rare remakes that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was also in that other remake, Let the Right One In.
Yeah, but a lot of people might not know about that, where she played a vampire kid.
It's a good movie.
I hope I didn't ruin the movie for you, because it kind of happens pretty soon when you realize it.
Yeah.
What's not really realized? It's like one of those undercurrents in the movie. It's like not really said, but it's like there, but not said. Anyway, also returning is Christopher Mintz-Plasse, also known as McLovin.
Cool dude.
Cool. Oh, you know him?
No, but I met him.
Oh, you met him, but you don't know him.
Yeah. Partied with him in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
No, he's actually really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he was really down-to-earth dude.
Nothing like the Hollywood types. You're not going to answer
No.
that question now. All right. But new to this film is Jim Carrey playing Colonel Stars and Stripes.
Who normally only does romantic comedies.
Lately, all he does is romantic comedies. Like, yes,
Weird.
man. But what's interesting about talking about Jim Carrey is that he recently started boycotting this movie.
Yeah, which I don't really understand.
Oh, his reasoning behind it is because Chloe Grace Moretz is, I think, 15 in this movie. When the first one she was 13.
Yes,
and
she was a little wee girl.
She does lots of violent action. This is a hard R.
She's got what we call a potty mouth.
Yeah, and this is such a hard because of language and violence.
Yes.
And I think the events of last December where was that at? Connecticut?
No. Yeah, it was at the school. I can't remember
that
the
school
but
issue. He I think because of that now he feels like he needs to boycott the movie.
He said all the violence in the movie and all the things that are happening with that and with the shooting for the Dark Knight Rises and all that stuff, and he's just the violence itself is he can't be a part of. Yet he loved the first Kick-Ass, which is why he demanded to be in this movie.
And to say that violence is too much seems ridiculous because if you can see in the trailer, he has an attack dog that bites a guy's nuts.
Yeah.
And he hits people with bats. You know, he says, if you can't have fun, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he knew what he was making, and yet to do an about-face 180 turn on violence in movies.
Yeah, it was very weird. I mean, could that be, I mean, because you know by him saying that, people are going to want to know what the movie's about now.
Right.
I mean, I don't think people are not going to watch it because of Jim
Carrey.
Carrey's not promoting it.
Because it's Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber. You know, Jim Carrey, I mean, people can't take him that seriously.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he dressed up as a hippie for one of the MTV Movie Awards.
That was a good one.
Yeah, when no one knew who he was, like, half the night until he won an award.
Foghat.
Yeah. But it's, yeah, I think, and I wonder somewhat, is he doing it for publicity? So the movie,
I don't know, because
the movie didn't get made for a lot of money. The first one, it didn't make a lot of money. It made enough to warrant a sequel.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if he's like, since maybe he's a producing partner on this, maybe he's secretly trying to drum up like press for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in a couple of years after the movies come out and on Blu-ray and everything, and people have seen it, that he might start talking about it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I understand. I mean,
the movie does kind of glorify action, like violence and action, but it's not supposed to be a children's movie. Yeah, granted, a child is in it, but it doesn't mean that
it's rated
children
R for a reason. I mean, if you watch her story, she actually has a really good arc.
Yeah.
On why she's like that.
Well, the first one, which had Nicolas Cage in playing her father, was such a, I don't know about you, Ryan, was such a dramatic turn.
Oh, it was amazing.
I mean, not to give away what happened, but it's such a dramatic turn. And in this movie, she is trying to fit in high school.
Yeah.
And she's been almost raised her entire life to be a vigilante hero.
Yes.
So so like you said, there's got to be some type of character arc between her real life and her superhero life. Because Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, who plays I can't remember his character's name.
Kick-Ass.
Other than the hero name Kick-Ass. He blends in with high school life, and he wants to be more high school oriented, where she wants to be more hero oriented, and there's like these two conflicting ideologies almost. Like, yeah, he wants to help people, but he wants to have a life.
He doesn't feel like you need to kill people.
Right.
Yeah. So, which makes complete sense.
Yeah. And of course, you have Christopher Mintz-Plasse playing the villain.
Yes. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But I like John Leguizamo's in this too.
Where does he play a villain? Or?
Yeah, he plays.
Chris McLovin's bodyguard?
Yeah, his bodyguard.
Okay.
Because when he says, he's like, my new name is going to be the MFer.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not calling you that.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's weird because John Leguizamo's such a tiny guy.
Yeah, I know.
He's a bodyguard.
Oh, yeah, he's a limo driver or whatever he is.
But anyway, this movie, just so people don't know, is a Mark Miller, based on a Mark Miller.
Miller or Millar?
Millar? Anyway, this guy, his comic. The weird thing is the first one, they were making the movie at the same time he was writing the original.
Yeah, so they both had different endings.
Right, yeah. But, I mean, he's known for very ultra-violent type of comic books. I mean, Wanted, the original Wanted comic book was very much different than the movie that was released.
Very violent.
Yeah, and but this movie, directed by Jeff Wadlow, which the only thing he's really known for before this is Never Back Down, which kind of scary, but that was an action fighting movie, and this is an action fighting
Let me tell you what I
movie.
didn't like about Never Back Down.
Tell me what you didn't like about Never Back Down.
In the middle of the movie, they do a Rocky III running on the beach scene.
I don't remember that.
Yes, in the middle of the movie, they do a montage sequence
Because Rocky had a montage.
Yes, Rocky had a montage, and it was when Apollo Creed and Rocky are running down the beach, and he's like, "You don't have the eye of the tiger, that's why you're losing," and all that stuff. And Mickey had just died, so he's like, you know, you got to get the eye of the tiger. And they're running down the beach and trying to do all that stuff. They do the exact same thing in Never Back Down with the main guy and Digimon,
which is also a black guy like Apollo Creed.
Right. You know,
a black white guy.
And they did it in slow motion and stuff. And after watching that, I think I about busted out laughing in the middle of the movie. And I'm like, they really just tried ripping off Rocky III here.
But with street fighting / Muay Thai, kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Florida instead of Philadelphia.
Orlando.
Oh, I know. Because the Rocky Apollo Creed was in L.A., huh?
No. Philly.
No, but I mean,
they went to
L.A. was in
Yeah,
L.A.
they went
Apollo
to
Creed
L.A.,
was leaving. Anyway, the original Kick-Ass was directed by Matthew Vaughn, who moved on to X-Men First Class.
Yes.
And if you saw X-Men First Class, that was
great.
Such a great movie. But now I'm kind of don't know how well this movie's going to do because they have never backed down.
The trailer looks good.
Trailer looks good. And the thing is Mark Miller comic book, and he's one of the writers, of course, on it. So if they have a solid enough script, like if the writing is as clever as it was in the first one, and if the director can direct action like he did in Never Back Down, because that's Never Back Down.
The fighting looked pretty good.
Right, yeah. So if he can, combine these great story elements, and Aaron Taylor Johnson and Chloe Grace Moretz by themselves are great actors.
Yes.
So if you have all these elements coming together, we should have a good movie.
Yeah, I think the script, it all comes down to the script.
Yeah.
And the script looks like it's pretty good.
Right.
So, I mean, if it's anything like the actual comic, it'll be pretty violent.
Yes. But do not take your children.
I thumbed through it.
Do not have your children there talking through this movie when it's an R-rated movie, and I have to sit there and listen.
It's rated R, people.
Right. I don't really like MPA, but in this case, listen to them. It's an R-rated movie for a reason.
Yes. It's not.
It's not for kids.
The Incredibles.
Definitely not The Incredibles.
It's not The Incredibles.
Definitely not. Granted, there is this kind of like weird family architect. Never mind. Anyway, never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a green because I think this movie just warrants everybody who's, age appropriate to go see it.
I was gonna go with a red, but you have convinced me to go see this movie.
You sure you're gonna go see a matinee?
So I'm gonna go see green.
You gonna go green?
We're going green.
Green for Kick-Ass.
Going green. Eco-safe.
Eco-safe. I never thought about it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back with more here on Real Talk NOLA.